Gaslighting. Gaslighting is they make you doubt what you even heard them say the previous night. They make you
Changing your
doubt.
perspective.
Yes, they make you doubt your own sanity. So you end up being paranoid, or you end up doubting your own sanity. You begin to doubt your own ability to understand your own boundaries. You begin to question. You begin to question your own ability to understand what really happened. So you live with a lot of self doubt. Malignant narcissists will always cause you to doubt and confuse your own reality. Your reality is they said something to hurt you, but they will try to make you doubt your reality. You know
Wow.
why? They superimpose their reality on you. So that what is the goal? The malignant narcissist goal wants you to think like them and not
So
have independent thought. They don't want you to
so let
have
me
independent thought. Yes, sir.
let me put it this way. Basically, it's an identity change in the sense I'm not talking about gender. I'm just talking about, you've got to talk like us, look like us, walk like us, think like us. So then everything about you, your story, your past, your history is really not valid. It's really diminished because that identity's got to change.
They will slowly, methodically, manipulatively, sneakily try to replace your own identity with what they believe you should act like, be like, talk like, look like. And they do it so slowly that you don't even think they're doing it. You think that it's your choice that you're doing it, but your choice
Now,
has already been taken away.
now I just want to say this. I know people are watching right now, and I don't want you to be defensive. I don't want you to feel like, this is red flags, what they're saying is not true or whatever. I want you to hear this with an open heart and open mind.
We're not just talking about
Exactly.
community. We're talking really
Exactly.
about relationship situation.
Yes.
So
And
there's no
even
need to
even
feel defensive.
even in a place of authority, we're talking about disciplers. We're talking about people that are discipling others. We're talking about psychologists even can do that, right? I mean, you're counseling people and so on. I mean, there's anywhere there is a dependent relationship, a codependent relationship, or if you're dependent on someone so much, one can take advantage of the other, right? And that can be dangerous, if especially if you're dependent on someone that is a malignant narcissist.
A lot of normal relationships, even healthy relationships, can have one person that has authority and the other person is under that person's authority. When
Yes.
that authority is abused, then it becomes unhealthy and toxic, potentially toxic relationship.
And that
Authority is
toxic is trying to change the individual's identity to become more like the other individuals so that you can have more control over that person. That's the
now
toxic.
when in a discipleship relationship, if the discipler or the mentor wants you to follow the healthy part of the of the wants you to follow healthy choices, godly choices, and wants you to emulate, to model. The mentor should model healthy lifestyle, spiritual health, emotional health, mental health, real spiritual godly discipleship. That's fine. Then it's okay to be yielded and submitted to that kind of healthy authority. If the mentor is
Yes.
doing that, that's fine. But if your own personal identity as a result is being diminished and destroyed, that means you're not allowed to have a opinion. You're not allowed to have a personal opinion. You're not allowed to ask questions or debate, but even ask questions. You're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to debate a point. You're not allowed to study for yourself to find out, what is this all about? Where is it going? Then it's slowly, it's becoming abusive at that point. It's becoming
Yes.
abusive. And
Yes.
And that is what, in any relationship where where there's authority, it is a very fine line for that authority to cross over to the place of abuse. So you got to be very
Yes.
careful. And that is why
Yes.
it's very important. It's very important to be mentally healthy. You know why? Because mentally healthy people have healthy boundaries, not
Yes.
walls. Not walls. Walls are not boundaries. Boundaries is, you know, where you end and the other person starts, or where you know where you start, the other person ends. You know what
Yeah.
you want, you know what you love and what you hate. What,
Yes.
God has boundaries. He knows what he hates and what he loves.
Yes.
But but you need to have healthy boundaries. And if you have healthy boundaries, it's unlikely that you are going to allow abuse in your life. It's
Yes.
unlikely, even if an authority figure tries to abuse you, it's unlikely you're going to allow it because you have healthy boundaries.